why we used the shitty van for this. It's our only van. We have another van. What's up guys? We are beginning Daniel's GR86 K24 swap. Some of the stuff finally arrived, like the OE replacement stuff, and Daniel's here. So we're gonna open up the actual box from K-Power with all the swap parts. I'm gonna bring this out there. Unbelievably cool and hoses. Those are just hoses. Whoa.
There's that.
That's a nice one.
Adapter, flywheel is here. This is the fuel rail kit.
Okay. What's up guys? We'll get back to the video in a second. Real quick, we wanted to show you what we're going to be doing this year, something new. From now until July 1st, we're going to be offering a $1,000 cash prize. Basically, all you have to do is watch all the videos. In each video, there's going to be around 3 to 6 questions that are pop quiz questions that'll pop up randomly. We'll have a link in the description below of each video. Click that link, submit all the answers that you can. If they're right, they'll count towards the raffle and increase your chances of winning $1,000 by July 1st. So please like, share, and subscribe, and best of luck to you. Back to the video. Nice. Look at that.
I don't think this is the water pump housing though.
That's the pump itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the pump and the outer cover for it, but I think the housing is a separate piece.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if this alone is enough, because the whole thing is that it doesn't work with like the USDM accessories, right?
Yeah.
Like the alternator, the tension pulley. I wonder if this is enough, because I don't think this replaces the actual full housing.
Or where it mounts to.
Yeah. Engine mounts in here, and throttle body. This is the trans mount with the bushing.
Nice. Wow, that one's finished. This is a nice piece, guys. Look at that. That's machined from one solid block of aluminum. This is 2 pieces, but yeah.
Starter.
So if you guys don't know, obviously K-Power's been making this swap kit, and they're very well known for doing a high quality swap kit for previous generation, Gen 1, 86, BRZ. We're working with them on Daniel's car to basically validate and test that all those parts from the Gen 1 are gonna work. We got our fingers crossed, but we have a plan. The parts are here, it's about getting it done.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, with everything kind of laid out here, I thought there was gonna be a lot more stuff, but.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this, I would say 80% of the components that we're looking at here goes right onto the motor.
Yeah.
I mean, probably 80% of these parts are really replacing what's on the JDM K24A. You know, a lot of it is conversion to go back to some USDM accessories.
Yeah.
Or just for reliability purposes and preventative sort of measures, we're changing out the alternator, the starter, a lot of the pulleys. We're just refreshing a bunch of parts.
Yeah, because we're already in there. We're doing such a big job. It's like, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So while the motor is actually out, we might as well get all of that done before the motor goes in. I mean, the K-series motors seem to be pretty dang bulletproof.
Yeah.
I mean, we took that one apart. When you guys cracked that one apart,
yeah.
I mean, we were pretty surprised how clean it looked on the inside.
Even the guys who did the dry ice blasting.
Yeah.
It's already clean.
Yeah. So it's a good indicator. And again, I just feel like though, this is just while, like you said, the motor is out, this is the extra peace of mind to be able to kind of go through and refresh the motor. And then probably like some of the bigger pieces is really the conversion kit, right? I mean, we got the motor mount, the trans mount, because with the motor being pushed back, I think he said about 4 inches.
Yeah.
The stock transmission also gets pushed back about 4 inches.
Yeah.
So we have to use a different motor mount or trans mount. And I think there's a sort of plate that should be probably coming here shortly, or it might be in one of these boxes. But once that's done, it'll be good. I mean, I think the first major barrier is going to be to confirm, like you said, the hard mounting points of the K-series into a Gen 2 chassis. Based on visual, like just taking a look at the engine bay, it seems really, really similar. I mean, where everything is located in an FRS BRZ Gen 1 car seems to be very similar to where Gen 2 is, but until we actually put it in there, we won't know.
Yeah, what if we're like half an inch off or half a millimeter, where some of the mounting holes are like half moon. It's like,
Yeah.
it's almost like, oh man, I wish it was way off so that we could get a whole new part instead of like,
Yeah. And that'll be the big thing, right? Whether we are close enough that we have to modify the existing part, or we're so far that we need to build a new part altogether. But that's kind of where I think the partnership with K-Power Industries is really exciting, is because they wanted to use us as kind of a guinea pig too, because I mean, they're slammed to the wall. So this gives them a chance to take their Gen 1 kit, validate it for a Gen 2 chassis, and they immediately, assuming everything goes well, they can immediately open up the SKU to now the Gen 2 customers, which is a huge potential, I think, especially for a lot of people that are looking to do this as a reliable way to get more power out of the car.
And what's crazy is the cost of it isn't as high as what probably most GR86 owners are thinking, that who've just bought the GR86, right?
Yeah.
So everything added up, I was like, what, really? Like, you almost made me want to get a GR86 and do the same thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, considering that the target power, I mean, obviously we know we're going to be taking their standard builder kit and then going turbo application. I don't think K-Power Industry has it listed on their website just yet.
Yeah.
Although they have a shop car that's been testing right now with the Garrett Turbo and the turbo application. We're going to be going turbo. We are limited by what the stock trans can do. So I think the plan is to do kind of a stage 1 build, where we're going to try to push about 350 and change power, so that we can max out the stock trans. And then I believe K-Power Industry is currently working on adapter kits to work with other popular transmissions that are more beefier. And based on that, and based on the Garrett Turbo that we're getting, which is rated for, I think, 660, we should be able to push about 600 comfortably, or low 600s, I think. And by the time we finish that stage 2, which is again upgraded tune, new transmission, and whatever other supporting mods that we need to do, by the time we have stage 2, we're really hoping that we have a competitive car that can potentially podium later this season.
I mean, our goal right now is to debut the build and do as much testing as possible before Circuit of the Americas Super Lap Battle, which, as we're filming this, is close to 50 days and counting.
Yeah, it's coming up fast, because I remember when we first started the conversation with K-Power, we were like, it's 3.5 months away, this will be fine. And then of course, it takes time to get these things in order, get these things shipped. It doesn't help that we went right through the holidays and lost a couple weeks because of Christmas and New Year's. And I think Global Time Attack or Super Lap Battle posted last week, about 10 days ago, that it's 60 days away. So we really probably are like 50 days away right now. Again, if all goes well, again, fingers crossed, the 2 major hurdles will be to make sure that the physical mounting hardware goes in. If that goes in, I think that exponentially crosses off, some of the challenges. A big part of the challenging parts of the build. And then the next part, and we're really grateful to Haltech for stepping up and sending us their ECU, and to be able to kind of take the Haltech and test. I mean, I'm not big on electronics, but they have again, K-Power Industry works with Haltech. They have a Gen 1 sort of like program that works with all the CAN protocols. So all the factory functions like AC, radio, everything factory dash, all works with their Gen 1 swap kit. So it'll be interesting, because Haltech is also using this project as an opportunity to validate if the CAN protocols are identical to the 2nd gen car. And if not, then we'll have to make some modifications there. But we're really grateful that they also stepped up to this project as well.
And like we were discussing when we were planning this out, to me the primary thing is making sure that the CAN protocols work. Because yes, physically everything's in there, but then if nothing matches up electronically, then what was the point? Then now we have to go full standalone, and that adds a big number to the bill. I think our first thing, we're gonna get on the phone with the guys at Haltech. They seem very excited too, based on the emails. So, hopefully with the way the car is right now, without having anything modified, we can make sure that it's going to work. And then we can go from there. Second thing, right now, a big piece that we're missing is the oil pan. So without the oil pan, basically, we'll have to see what's going to fit, kind of drop the car, drop the subframe, put the engine on, drop the car onto that assembly, and see if it lines up without the oil pan. And then once we get the oil pan, put that in. So again, probably around 50 days and counting. That's to the day of the event that the car has to be at COTA.
To race ready, right? To the starting grid, 50 days. That doesn't include shakedown, tuning, testing.
A day of transport.
And then the few days it's going to take for us to get the car and the crew out to Texas. So in reality, we probably have under like 35 days, maybe 40 days tops if we're pushing it. So
it's just like SEMA Rush all over again, but that's what we do. We love it. So stay tuned, guys.